folks, got a little bit of a late start here today. OBS was being cranky, so we had to go with a fix, and we should be up and running okay. I'm going to check my signal, make sure things are fine, go through my spiel, and then we're going to dive into some interior artwork production today. I'm really excited. So give me a hot second here to check the signal, make sure I'm... sounds loud and clear over here. Great. So let's see. If you follow me on Twitter, I've just posted that I'm live on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Phil Kearney. Phil Kearney as below. Let's see. Kick through my spiel here real quick. My name is Phil. I create RPG supplements, PDFs, focused currently on Dungeons and Dragons, Spelljammer concepts. I have a slew of books that have been released on DMsGuild already. There is a link, a number of links in the description down below that lead to various books that I have already produced. All of them are 100% free preview. You can check out any of the work that I do. If you go to the product page and each individual PDF, there's an eye icon on the right-hand side, and there is if you're on a mobile phone, there's an eye icon for you to click. And if you are on a tablet or desktop, you can instead, there'll be a link that says full preview. In either case, if you click on them, it will open up the, hold on. It'll open up a PDF showing you the entire document, cover to cover. There's about, between the books that are linked down below, there's about 150 illustrations. If you're an art enthusiast, be welcome to check them out. Doesn't cost you anything to look. If you are a D&D enthusiast, also doesn't cost anything for you guys to take a look. So if you like what you see, consider making a purchase to support the channel, the stream, the art, and more book production. So that's my spiel, basically. You can, if you want to support the channel directly, liking and subscribing is the best way to keep the signal flowing, to increase my count up to 1,000 subscribers, and to get me 4,000 hours of viewed content that will monetize my channel. So every time I log in, I start to get paid for doing artwork, which is every artist's dream. So we're going to... this is the book cover that we created back on episode 15 of the Spelljammer stream. You're welcome to check that out to see how we produced that. And we're going to produce more art now with interior art. So this is the process. So we're using Word as our layout program of choice. And as you can see here, we have been in the process of laying out artwork here. These pages were built on the Saturday art stream, and we're going to be doing a lot more streaming here in the future. I'll be finishing up page productions ahead of time, and like, for example, the next page I'll need to do is here to create a spot here, and I can actually just dive in here and get rid of that, because this will be one of the pages that we need to work on. So what page is this? This is page 8. So what I'm going to do, and as you can see, like, this is where I stopped production from the front end. So I'm going to have to fix page 9 and 10 before diving into creating spot art on these pages. But page 8, I'm gonna make a quick reference here. I'm setting up. This is again, we're building the PDF. So this is what it looks like once you do some layouts. This is how you start setting up the rest of the document. That's page 6. No, page 5. Okay. Oh wait, is this page 4? This is, yeah, page 5. I'm lining up here what pages I'm going to want to have illustrated. Page 4. And I'm not doing page 3 or 2 yet because I'm still building things. So let's see. So 4, 5, 6, 8. Holy hibiscus. Okay, great. So let's see. What we're going to do is we are going to go to File, Export, create a PDF, Options, Document, let's go pages 4 to 8. Bitmap text, good, good. Document properties. Nope, nope. Okay. And let's see, LX, chart, trash. This is going to be, we're going to call this page pull. Let me make sure this is coming through. Yeah. Page pull 4 to 8. And then we'll publish. Oh crap, I did it wrong. What I needed to do is go to design and then page color and then no color. That should do it. You can see here that there's a page color here, but if I go back in and do that again, hold on, get rid of that. I gotta do that again. This should work. Export, PDF, page pull 4 to 8, options, document, pages 4 to 8, no properties, chunk, 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 chunk. That should be good. And let's redo that. Replace it. Now, when we produce this, we can go into Photoshop and File, Open. Let's go to Page Pull. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 5. And if we did this right, it's transparent backgrounds. So we have, let's see. So we're going to call this file, save as, hey Hernetica. Save to your computer as, we'll go to create a new file here, new folder, interior pages, and this one will be page 8. We're just setting up pages for art production here. So that's page 8. And this should be page 5, 7, no, page 6. File, save as, on the computer, page 6. This will be file, save as, page 5. Yeah. And this will be page 4. So file, save as, computer equals page 4. Okay, now that we have the individual pages saved, we are, like I said, we're building art. So I am going to start here. I can drop in a white background if I want to, and then I can go back to what we were doing before. I was messing around with backgrounds, but I can do something fun like, I don't know. I'm just gonna mess around a little bit. I don't know if purple is the right decision or not, honestly. It's just what I'm doing. Let's taste purple. Very small amounts. I don't know if that's the right color or not. Let's go, let's try something else. Let's go with, maybe, maybe a pinkish would feel good. So I don't see color, so I am literally flying blind right now. Not even sure if this is a good idea or not. Like, I have no idea what that color does to your eye. Mornetico, you're around if you can help out. How does this color feel to you? What does that seem like to you? Messes with that border box. I'm not happy with that. Something like that might be decent, right? You know, I think I'm okay with this. It's super, it's like, does that still feel peachy with this faded? Yeah, I'm gonna drop this down a little bit more. I just want it off white with a little bit of, it's like a little bit of smudge variance. So basically what you're saying is it isn't clashing with the text on the page at all, but it's present. Is that it? the goal is to make it fade into the background. I don't want it to flare up, but I don't want it white either, right? I could just go with a gray tone, but that's gray. I mean, this is already pretty gray, but there's like a little bit of like a tiny variant of color signature in the purplish rain. Like just a couple pixels difference here. 249 to 246 is like barely anything at all. 246 to 242, 244, like just a tiny bit of gradient. I don't know. I feel like that's good because it is so subtle, but when it gets dropped in as a watermark in the background of the page, it's going to be incredibly subtle. So cool. Good. Yeah, it's like all gray all the time. It just feels, I know that feels sterile, right? You know what? Honestly, maybe there should be more of a blue bend because that's kind of how they represent astral. So maybe if I go into something, maybe that's why they purple so much. Let's see what this does. I appreciate you being here, by the way. Thank you. Color shit's scary to me. It's still scary. I'm gonna just drop a dollop of this in, and I'm just gonna smudge it out, and we'll see where it goes. And it looks like you're staring at a granite wall. Right. I mean, Spelljammer is supposed to be a pretty vibrant terrain, so I want to make sure these bands pop out, right? So like as it is currently, that's like, to me, the background color, quote unquote color, is nearly, it's like a pixel difference from the gray tone bar slider here. I'm sure that pops out to you real easily because of this blue versus this gray here. But to me, there's literally no difference. Like it's like 1 pixel difference in the value, like the gray tone of it, like light and dark. Which is why color is so tricky for people that don't see color. Especially full color blind like me, because you just literally can't see the differentiation. So, well, I'm going to fade this in a bit more. Yeah, I know, right? So you have to have that. I have to. Yeah, what I do know about the physics of the eye is as something pulls away, it grays out for color vision as well. So what I see up close is what you end up seeing kind of further away. I mean, obviously, I see a lot less color detail, but your eye grays out as well. Yeah. But I'm going to let that saturate in. And then I'm going to drop the opacity on that. Let's see how that settles in. Just a touch towards the blue side now, like very, very minimal, and it's pretty blankety. So, is that also easy on the eye? So you definitely got to get the harsh white off. Like, it can't just be like blanket white. That's, see, white, faded, white, faded. The white, it's stark, but faded. Actually, I'm going to just drop it a bit. feels better. It's still just off-white. I think I can afford to take this down to 66. Still just a touch off-white. Tiny little blurble purple. Just a little bit. It's so minuscule. You can see up here in the number scale, 46, 43, 44, 46. It's like so close. Like, yeah, this is the most radical point here, it seems. 41, 38, 41, like right around in this area in the middle of the page. I think that's a good spot to have a little bit more color splash anywhere else. I'm gonna take it down. Yes. Cool. All right, and now let's do oh, I need to set a timer. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I got about, yeesh, I only got 80 minutes. That's okay. I'm sorry. I'm thinking like I'm just gonna futz around for a minute. This is probably the wrong thing to do, but I just want to play with it just to see. Not that I would see. I want to do this just to ask. Is what I'm really trying to say here. I'm going to ask your opinion about this. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. It's probably a bad idea and it's a waste of time. Do you now? All right, I'll blend it in a little bit, see how it looks. Fade it all in, Bob Ross style. This is how I set a background. Here, get rid of that. This same process here is how I start the canvas. Like when Bob Ross does starts a canvas, he has his liquid white that he puts down on the board, and then he splashes he does this crissy-crossy thing by squishing a bunch of color in. This is that same sort of fade in process. Like I could go in here with like light fluffy clouds now, and it would look like a sunset sort of thing. So I like doing this kind of stuff. And I really hope that when I die I get to see all this shit in color, because that would be cool. Drop this down a bit. I'm gonna drop the opacity on just to make it less, you know, to make it more subtle so it doesn't argue with the eye too much. But yeah, a little, just like a little hint of color, I know helps the eye, you know, process. And with a rainbow, like with red at the top and then violet at the bottom, that's kind of the thought process that went into that. Since Spelljammer is like such an outrageous color splash, as I understand it. From what the pixels tell me, Spelljammer's got a lot of flashy colors going on in its motif. So I wanted to try to incorporate a little bit of that into what we're producing here, without really knowing what it is that I'm producing. I'm like the worst person to be doing this in the world, and I love it. I still laugh to myself a lot that like I'm so into color mana, because I don't see any color. It's like an irony thing. There. Now let's take this and drop it into there. Let me drop it down to 80%. Subtle. I'm gonna build a palette plate. How's that feel? No, it's too pronounced. That's not horrible. Okay. It's still strong. It's very, very strong. I'm going to duplicate this layer and merge it. Merge! And blend it in a little bit more. Still, it still sticks out. a little too strong now. Let's drop it down to 25. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hernetico, do you mind giving me an opinion about that? I really appreciate you, by the way. By the by, in case it didn't jump out at you, it's just I appreciate you being here because having color visioned opinions is super important to me. It feels a little warm still. Let me get that faded in. Yeah. All right, but not great, huh? Do you think the red at the top and the blue at the bottom, do you think that's clashy? Maybe without the extra blue at the bottom. Let's go with that. Water chaser. One more check over here. I mean, it's so close to white. It's barely an inconvenience. Let's do that. Yeah. Super subtle. That should be fine. I can leave it be until we find something better. Good. I kind of wanted it to be purple. I mean, it's a purple color that we're using. They're like, I'm gonna. Eh? You dingus. Use the same color on both spots. What's the fucking point of that? Anyway. Seriously? Yeah, you're an idiot. Yeah, so yeah, it's purple. But I mean, yeah, it's just, the color itself I don't really care about. I just wanted to be in that cooler spectrum is where like the red and the blue I know kind of when they blend together they make like indigo would lean towards red, which is warmer, and then the blue is colder, but they're both variants. Anyway, it's so subtle at this point, it's probably pointless. But yeah, I mean, if you feel like that's a decent base, then I can go ahead and let that sit. At least let it sit for now. And I can blurp. Duplicate the group. merge the group. Background. I can take these. And I can duplicate these layers and we can build a new document that is named background, page background, fade. So looking for any hard breaks. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then turn the gain up. That's ridiculously subtle, so that should be fine. I can now background fade. We'll save. File, open. For insert, how do I do this? Footer, text, review, reference, layout. Oh, I think it's in design. Watermark. There we go. Custom watermark. Picture watermark. Select picture from file. Action. No complaint. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Let me get a second opinion from you. Do you like is the background that I have for this page, does that stick out at all? Equipment. Ships. Something weird happened. I feel like something happened. Hold on. Why did that? What happened? The watermark impacted stuff somehow. What the actual fuck? Did the watermark? Huh. Sorry, something hanky just happened. What the fuck? Oh, I must have... Is that you? What the fuck? Huh. Okay, is everything back? No, something is seriously fucking wrong. I don't know what happened. Hold on. I gotta check my shit here real quick. Something went sideways. What the? Is that what happened? Oh. No? Sorry guys, I apparently ran into a small crisis? Like, why are you suddenly out of sync? Sorry, this isn't how I wanted to spend my time. I need to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, why is there an entire blank page here? Well, this is decidedly, somehow I ended up with this text on this column, and now everything is a little off. Like, there shouldn't be a gap here, but that gap, like, I don't know how that happened. Now you got this weird gap up here because this text got shunted. I don't know how that text got shunted in the first place. I don't. Home occupies a 5-foot square and be attached. And you sit on with the helm. I'll fix it. It can be described as anything attached to the ship. Spelljammer helm occupies a 5, what is that, hyphenated? Occupies a 5-foot space and is usually a chair you can sit on. Let's see if that helps. Let's see, the gravity field. Can be attached to any object occupying a space up to 500 foot, occupying a space up to 500 foot square, enchanting the object with magic to act as a spelljamming vessel. The craft field in air envelope. Well, now I'm just curious. Was it fucked up from the beginning? I just didn't notice it? What the fuck? See, when I started this project, holy crap, it was okay. What happened? See, when I imported this page, it was fine. And now it's not. What the actual fuck happened? I'm gonna cancel that real quick. I'm going to. Sorry, this is not how I expect my stream to go. But there is some sort of tomfuckery happening here that I need to figure out. Watermark equals remove watermark and layout. Something happened with my margin. Layout, reference, design. Layout. Where are my... You know what? Fuck it. Fuck you. Let's go back in. Hope for the best. Book design. Command. Vehicles. Spelljammer, production, hoping for the best. See? Something went wonky. And my formatting got fucked up. But, okay. maybe it was part, anyway, we're back on task. So let's make most of whatever the fuck left we have of our day. Curse you, Microsoft. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I think the watermarking may have done something that I hadn't anticipated with the margins. Or let's look at our layout and our margins currently. That is our current setting. Huh. All right, well, we'll just have to let it go. So anyway, well, we're back into it. So let's just get to work. With whatever time we got left. It's 7 o'clock. Thank God. We still have an hour. Yeah, something about that watermark, using that background as a watermark impacted my borders. And I'm not sure how, so I'm going to have to futz around with that in the background. But that's okay. So we're just going to get into where we're at. Cool. Okay, great. So everything's fine now. Let's go to let's do what we came here to do, and let's do some painting. Fuck's sake. No, it was something about dropping I did that. I got this like super subtle color fade going on in the background, and I imported it as a watermark into the background of the document, and somehow it shifted my footer to be larger than it is currently. So there's apparently some sort of subtlety about using a watermark that I'm not familiar with that I'll just have to go back and fuck around with. But I wasted like it was only like 5-10 minutes I wasted here. So, but let's see, we're looking at major and minor helms. What is something that we could do here? I'm going to put a lock on the background, and I'm going to put a lock on the text so I don't mess that up. Cattywampus. Whoop. Now I don't want to mess around with the boxes right now. Let's see. This is that spin doodle I was talking about last night. There's two types of methods that I use. I either use silhouette block forms where I'll create an outline of something and then I'll fill it in with a color as we go. And then this more spin doodle method is where I just doodle lines to see what kind of patterns and stuff get created and build something out of that. So what I'm thinking, 3, was that the line width that I was using? Feels like it. Kind of brainstorming ideas here. What I'm thinking about is a helm. So a Spelljammer helm is usually a chair you can sit in, but a helm can be described as anything attached to the ship that you can stand or sit in, such as a dais or a podium. While on or within 5 feet of a helm you're focusing on, you can pilot the helm ship as described in combat and exploration sections below. At any time you can see and hear what's happening on and around the ship as though you were standing in a location of your choice aboard it. And then we define the differences between a minor and major helm. Major helm up to 500-foot square space. Oh, looks like I have a typo there. Let's fix that. Cool. The idea here is I'm down, clown. We're doing good. Don't want to pinch that in too much. Yeah, maybe not. Helm. I like that. God, I like that idea. I just gotta execute it properly. Yeah, fuck it, merge it down. I don't like that spacing. It's not filling the space well. That's the problem I'm having. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna fill the space in a little bit better. I just want to go with a generic. It's already frustrating. What happens if I do something like okay, I'm starting to get a groove on this now. I have to change the nib on my pen. What is going on? Oh, gotta. This is how it begins. It always starts horrible before it gets better. Smart ass. It has to start as a sketch before I can make it really good. So this is the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Since they have chairs depicted in the Spelljammer's Adventures in Space, and a chair is typically what is depicted. It's what it's what you expect to see. So me adding a chair as a visual reference for spelljamming helms doesn't really do anything to help expand the lexicon of what spelljamming is. But we have up here that they could be a dais, they could be a podium. So I'm going with this. I'm attempting this magic orb effect instead. I don't know if I'm hoping that it's executing. I mean, obviously it looks like crap right now because that's how it always looks. I feel like that guy's too big. What is going on? Oh, I gotta get a new keyboard, man. Always starts off as shit doodles. We'll build into something good. That might be too small of a space for me to try to squeeze an illustration into. The blank space, though, I don't like it. 7:30, we still got some time. It's like Google knows what I want. There we go. Weird. Okay, something got cattywampus with my tool. There's this weird shit going on today. There's all this weird energy floating around. What the fuck? There we go.
This might be too small of a space for me to cram something in. That sucks. something like that. I mean, work in progress, obviously, but... sketches at first, and then we'll clean up the language later. I don't want to get too far along with any particular piece. Like, this is enough that you kind of like get what's going on in this sketch, right? So that's all I really need for there, and it helps push out that space a little bit. I can actually probably bring this up a bit. There. I don't have to get sick on the detail because it's a small enough resolution that it's like a little spot illustration. So fills the gap, opens up some space, and what? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So when I actually go back through here and take this, I'll be able to build a box just like that, and I'll be able to pick that up, and much like I have a box, like this is just an object. This is a square box object that I'll be able to drop down into this space here, and then drop the illustration into that spot here. That's the process. So I'm gonna let that one sit for now. Yep, fun little spot. We got this guy. You know, I'm gonna let him sit. Let's pull open another page. Take this layer down into 6. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, 54. All right. Well, this is making sausage, guys. So I'm going to be back tomorrow and keeping at this. Back, and we got here, and we got open page 8 here. Duplicate for diagram goes up there. We got our first diagram. So we're going to come back and mess around with this stuff a little bit more. Oh man. Okay. I think I've got a fun idea for. Shit. I only have like a few moments left, but that's okay. Hold on. We can. You know, I think I was just trying to get too exotic. Let's be just super freaking. I think this is going to be a more fun approach. We'll do this. I'll probably have to get a reference picture for this. But so we'll find some references next time. But here to here. Something more like that. So we'll want to get a proper boat image to be able to reference off of this to make it look right. But yeah, there's apparently a subtlety I don't understand about watermarking. I've never used watermarks before. I've always built frames and then dropped 300 DPI images into every single page. But that is going to make this this book crushingly large. So I have to, I want to understand how watermarking works so I can properly drop that background in without breaking stuff. But gotta figure out how to. Yo-ho, fiddly-dee. We'll get a boat picture. We'll make that work. Yeah, something like that. All right, I gotta go, but this is where we're going with this. So, yeah, super generic wheel, very literal galleon, space galleon, helm wheel. Should make it really obvious what we're doing there. Yeah, we're gonna keep at this, and then diagram here, and then we're going to play with we'll talk about orreries tomorrow when we come back in. So wow, what a rough start, huh guys? Well, it wouldn't be a great project if we didn't hit our bumps up front. I'd rather have a rough go in the beginning and figure out smooth in the end than have smooth sailing until the very end where I hit my bumps. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and stumbling through this crap with me. We've got a number of pages coming at us still, so we're going to do sketches throughout the book, and once the sketches are good, we'll be able to go back through the entire flow and clean up the sketches so that they look better, and we just go through a refinement process of flowing through the document until we're happy with all the illustrations,
and then we're done. So this is the beginning, and like, subscribe. I'll be back in about 22 hours. So I'll see you. Hopefully I'll see you guys then. Cheers.